me again today in another video for my Sketch to Scrap Saturday video series. And for today I've got this sketch for you, but before I get started on that, I just want to let you know this is going to be the last video for a little while. So I'm going to go on holiday to next week, so from the 13th of August, and I'll be away for 2 weeks. And so there will be no videos, unfortunately, no Sketch to Scrap Saturday video anyway for the next couple of weeks until I think the 20th. That will be the next time that I will start posting again for at least a Sketch to Scrap Saturday. I'll obviously be posting other videos, so the Project Live, etc. A little bit earlier, so the Monday. And also Monday the 15th as well as the Friday the 19th. But in terms of the Sketch to Scrap Saturday video, it won't be back until the 20th. So I'll go on holiday I'll go to Japan for a couple of weeks. So I'm super excited. And I also want to take this opportunity to also thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you joining me on this adventure, and I had a blast for the last few months, and I just want to thank again for subscribing, being here and following. I've got, I think as of now, about almost 800 subscribers, and I can't wait for it hitting the 1,000, and I am going to have a full kind of video marathon as well for that. And another thing to note is that the next week I will be having a video marathon of my week in the live video process, so process video, and it will go from Monday to Friday. So Monday the 25th of July to the 29th of July. So look out for that, and you have plenty of videos to watch. So yeah, so let's get started on this sketch. So as you can see here, the sketch contains one photo, and it's a 3 inches by 4 inches photo. And I decided to, I guess, use that as put that photo in the top, and also having a lot of embellishments down the bottom and some journaling spots down there as well. And in terms of the photo, you can probably use 4x6 as well, but you just need to mat with a larger piece of pattern paper. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm just using a bunch of some pattern paper to go on the top portion of the layout. And I started to use this pattern paper from Street Calico, and it's from their Scrapbook kit. So this one is from June 2016, and it's called Scout. And I'm also going to be using a bunch of embellishments from the Hip Kit Club Scrapbook kit from May 2016 as well. So I cut a piece of pattern paper and that pattern paper is actually from, as I said before, the Street Calico, and I managed to cut it too small. So I decided to make a feature out of it. So cut another strip, and I'm going to do almost like a waterfall effect. And what I did earlier then is I also, I guess, is edge distress the edge of the pattern paper. And the way I did that is, super complicated or anything like that. I just use the edge of my scissors. I know that, I do have a distress tool as well, but I think, using the edge of your scissors is just so much easier, and you got your scissors on hand all the time. So yeah. And so the next thing I'm doing here is I want to use this pattern paper, which is from the May Scrapbook kit from the Hip Kit Club. And I cut this up into size, and it won't cover the whole, cover the entire part of the photo. And I'm also going to be matting it with another piece of pattern paper as well. And I started to use the back side of this piece of pattern paper. I really like the colour of it. It's just really bright, and they look similar. The pattern looks similar to the I think Paige Evans Fancy Free collection. I don't have any, well, I think I've got one of her pen papers, so, and I think this one, I really like that collection, but I don't have any, but I think this collection, well, this pen paper looks very much like that collection, so super happy. And the next thing I'm doing here is I just pull out my empty tray from Muji, and this is how I essentially store my embellishments that I'm using at that, you know, while I'm searching through the stuff and using a lot of it. So I put that in the tray. So this pack of die cut pieces from, once again, the Hip Kit Club, this from May 2016. I'm also opening up this pack of wood veneer pieces, which is also from the Hip Kit Club as well, and I think this one is actually the Jelly Bean brand product. I'm also using this piece of chipboard, which is from, I think I'm using a couple actually, no, just using one. This piece of chipboard from the Illustrated Faith, I think, which is from the Hip Kit Club as well, from the Hip Kit as well. And so I picked out a bunch of die cut pieces that would go well. And my thing, the way I'm doing this is essentially I want to kind of, there's a flow of embellishments, I guess. So there's a cluster, but also there's kind of almost a line from the photo from top down to the bottom right corner. And I picked out the pattern paper and the colours that I think that suit, and also I kind of picking up the colours that are from the pattern paper, that polka dot pattern paper that I used to mat my photo there. So a bunch of navy, a bunch of pink, a very vibrant colour. I'm also adding these wood veneer pieces that are from the kit. And I use a glossy accent to add these pieces, and I found the glue itself is very good for including these wood veneer pieces. And now I'm just doing some journaling directly onto those journaling spots there. And so I think I talked about how, so this is the first time we've been to, well, we had afternoon tea at this cafe. We've been to this cafe a couple of times before for brunch, but this is the first time, and we had these green tea tiramisu, and I think it's a raspberry eclair as well, and they're delicious, and I had tea, and so yeah, just kind of talking about how I really enjoy the cafe that we went to, and this spread is essentially talking about how I just want to remember, you know, the good times that I had there. So, and so now I'm just adding, you know, gluing, adhering all these pieces down. And yeah, just slowly going through that. And also I'm adding the title. And the title is, I'm actually gonna write down Crux & Co., which is the cafe's name. And the thickers that I'm using, the thing that I'm using to spell out the Crux & Co. Are actually from the Hip Kit Club's May Kit as well. And the funny thing about this is that I couldn't find an ampersand, so I decided to, I guess, improvise here. So I just use an S and then kind of bend the piece together to make sure that it kind of goes cross over, I guess. And now I'm just adhering one more piece of die cut there, which is from the kit, that leaf there. I'm also adding some extra glue just behind those, you know, those stickers, just in case they don't, just making sure that they stick down well. And the next thing I'll be doing is I'm just going to add the date using my date stamp. And this one is, the date stamp itself is actually from, I think I got it from eBay, to be honest. And this is the day, month and year one using my VersaFine black ink. And here's the sketch once again. I'll be posting this sketch on my blog at eatscrapbake.wordpress.com. And here's some close-up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And if you want YouTube to let you know when my next video comes out, please subscribe. It will probably, after this video marathon of my weekend live, it's going to be in the next couple, well, after the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I guess. And so I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you again, you guys, for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!